Hello, it's me, your local non-binary witch. So I'd like to talk about embracing uncertainty. After I had ceased being a fundamentalist Christian, I initially went straight to atheism because I didn't like the idea of being vaguely this or vaguely that. But gradually, as I explored what was outside of um, the very small fence around the Christian worldview, I started to discover that I had a yearning for old stuff, in particular paganism. I liked mythology. I had read and enjoyed Rudyard Kipling's Puck of Pook's Hill and various other books of that sort, including Ursula Le Guin's Earthsea trilogy, which is very great. And as I explored all these different worldviews and ideas, I came to realise that my main thing was about celebrating life and being alive and the pleasures that are available from being alive, like food and sex. And so, as a result of that, I gradually realised that my worldview was pagan. Now, for probably the first 20 years or so of my pagan existence, I was kind of mostly atheist, viewing the deities as archetypes or metaphors. And then I started thinking, well, maybe they're real because I'd had various experiences. But even then, I would sort of flip flop between atheism and polytheism because, you know, I may be a Wiccan, but I'm not really into bothering the gods too much on a regular basis. Um, my spirituality is mostly about the land, to be honest. Um, which is why it's a bit awkward that I find myself on stolen land. But anyway, I digress. Uh, so yeah, I was drawn to mythology. I was drawn to folklore and the land and the spirits of the land. And I take the view that polytheism as is completely different than monotheism theologically, because as a polytheist, I believe that gods are emergent from nature. So just as the complexity in our brains gives rise to consciousness, so maybe the complexity of nature can give rise to consciousness of land forms and trees and rocks and water. Um, so I don't consider my spirituality to be incompatible with science. But anyway, I also don't feel the need to prove that my spirituality is true. If it turned out to be wrong and a metaphor, then I'd still enjoy it and get value from it just as much as if it was real. So it doesn't really matter to me whether it's true. The point is, does it work and does it make me happy and is it fun and do I enjoy it? Because, you know, if your religion's not fun, then there's really not much point to it. So, yeah, I do witchcraft because I enjoy it and I like it and it's fun. And sometimes I get a profound sense of connection from it, but I'm not holding tightly on to beliefs or a framework of ideas that prevents me from enjoying science or, you know, expects me to believe 6 impossible things before breakfast. You know, yeah, okay, I do. I talk to gods and spirits from time to time, and I do magic. But if it all turned out to be a giant metaphor, I wouldn't consider that I'd wasted my time. So I think it's important to embrace uncertainty and to hold on lightly to one's worldview, because it's all about trusting and enjoying yourself and not going, oh, I've got to believe this, otherwise gods will smite us or something. Oh no. The gods are far too busy with their own agenda to worry about smiting anyone, as far as I can tell. So yeah, I think hold on to your beliefs lightly, embrace uncertainty, and above all, have fun.